Hi everyone, I'm reading all of your messages as you're coming in and from all over the world. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much it means to me that you've tuned in and that you're here, and we are going to be talking about happiness, which sometimes can seem a little elusive, right? When there's all kinds of things going on in the world. But hopefully, with everything that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to help you get on the right track. I'm so blown away with all these people that are telling me all the things they've manifested, their dream house, their dream job. Oh my gosh, absolutely incredible. So hello to everyone in Australia, which is my home country, and hello to everyone in London and New York. I'm really, really thrilled you're here, and everybody else, thank you for tuning in. Okay, let's go. I'm just going to start with one thing that I do a lot, especially when I'm going for a walk in the morning, is I will do this affirmation, I'm happy, happy, happy. And what I tend to do is I tend to feel the words happy from my heart. So I'm happy, 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 as though the words happy are coming out of my heart. And what that does is it helps you really, really feel it. And so just practice that. I mean, I find it incredible. I just find all the joy and happiness bubbles up and I feel amazing. So let's talk about happiness, which has got nothing to do with what happens in the world. And it has nothing to do with what you have or you haven't got. But it has everything to do with the thoughts that you think. It's our thoughts that determine how happy we feel. It's important for you to know that happiness and joy are your true nature. And it's a depth of happiness that most have never felt. Fleeting happiness, which we've all experienced, comes and goes. You get something you wanted, you're happy for a day or a few weeks, and then the happiness passes. The reason you feel happy when you get something you want is because you stop thinking about the lack of things and instead you think positively. After a while, the gloss of the new thing wears off. The mind comes back with negative thoughts of what you don't have and what is wrong in your life, and the fleeting happiness you felt disappears. So that's we always think that the happiness that we feel is because of the object, but it's not. Now, I want to talk to you about happiness because sometimes we can have some happiness and excitement all mixed in, but I'm not talking about that kind of happiness. Lasting happiness is a feeling of peace, that absolutely everything is just fine no matter what. It's a feeling of contentment because you don't need anything to make you happy. You are already full to the brim with happiness. It's like a silent joy deep down inside you, and right now, every single one of you are full of it. It's a bottomless well of happiness within you. And the only reason you're not aware of it is because it's being covered over with negative thoughts and emotions. So the first thing to realize about happiness is that you don't have to go and acquire it. You already have it. All you have to do is stop thinking negative thoughts. And when you do that, you will not only stop feeling bad, you will allow the happiness within you to rise up and just take over your life. So we have to stop what we're doing. If you're not happy, if you're happy, keep doing what you're doing, okay? But if you're not happy, then we need to stop what we're doing, because what we're doing is covering over our happiness. And the way to stop doing it is to deliberately fill ourselves to overflowing with positive thoughts, more good news thoughts, more happy thoughts, more peaceful thoughts, more grateful thoughts, more loving thoughts, more good thoughts of what you want. And the thing that you want to throw away forever is judgment, which is finding fault. If you could just eliminate that one thing of finding fault with anything and everyone, which involves criticism and complaining, if you could throw it out the door, your life would change incredibly. So the next time you go to judge or criticize something, stop. Because absolutely no one is, and nothing is worth your happiness. So just it's a retraining, okay? Because the mind loves to criticize and the mind loves to judge. But if we could just stop judging, which I mean finding fault, okay? So if you can think more positive thoughts than negative thoughts you may be currently thinking, you will begin to feel much better. And the more positive thoughts you think, the happier you'll feel. And there's absolutely zero limit to how happy you can feel. And then that happiness attracts magic into your life. I have felt so happy at times, let me tell you, that it was almost unbearable. Like the happiness was like radiating from every cell. Tears were pouring down my face. Like it was just the most sublime happiness. And I would have found it impossible to function like that if it stayed like that all the time. But it made me see how the degree of happiness that we have inside of us. So when you are happy, you're on a happiness frequency, which is the very same frequency where everything that makes you happy is sitting. But you've got to get onto that frequency first. So what I said in The Secret, the shortcut to the secret and to everything you want and to a brilliant life is to be happy now. So become aware of your thoughts so none of those bandit thoughts can sneak up on you, and fill yourself with positive thoughts. You can use gratitude as a process to do it. You can use a love rampage where you get up and you say everything that you love. You know, I love it when the sun's shining. I love my coffee in the morning. I love these shoes. I love, this dress or shirt, or I love it when I have a good hair day. Or whatever you want. I love my pet. You can make choices that make you happy if you're feeling a bit down. So listen to your favourite music, play with your dog or your pets. Go and eat your favourite meal that you absolutely love, or walk on the beach or in the mountains, because nature just brings us back, doesn't it? Or have a cup of coffee with a friend. Call the most positive person in your life, because I want you to know that your happiness is the most important thing. It not only uplifts your life, but it uplifts the world. If you have an off day, just don't worry about it. Just say, so what? I'm doing really well and my happiness is increasing every day. Don't worry about any little patch of negativity. Doesn't matter. Just get back on track. And when you have stabilized yourself on a higher frequency and you're feeling much happier consistently, your life will be unrecognizable from before. But I don't even need to tell you that, because you'll see it. You will feel as though magic is following you everywhere you go. And it is because when you are happy, the universe will lay everything you've ever wanted at your feet. Change your thoughts, change your life. It's not change your circumstances, change your life. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is change your thoughts, and your circumstances must change. So, the happiness that I've shared with you today is first level happiness, but it's really, really important. It's what I did from The Secret, and it's important because what I've outlined to you in terms of ways to think more positively will help you gain control of your own mind. And that's why it's a really important step. It was the step I took, and I took it for years, and I just got happier, more magic. I mean, I just have to think of somebody they'd call me. I mean, it was really, really something. Now, there's a second level of happiness, which is lasting happiness. And that is in The Greatest Secret. It took me 10 years from The Secret to to actually discover, how do I put it, to discover how we have lasting happiness. And if you want me to share more about the greater secret, you just let me know, okay? All right, so I want to start answering some questions, and I'm seeing all of you, and if I don't get to your question, I'm really sorry, but by the law of attraction, if you are here and you are listening to this, you are getting answers that you need through the other answers. So law of attraction doesn't have you here for no reason at all. You know what I'd love to know? I'd love to know if you're happy now. If you're happy now, can you type a 1? And if you're not happy now, can you type a 2 so I can get an idea how you are, how you're all feeling? I hope you're feeling a bit better than, I hope you're feeling happier than at the beginning. Oh, look at all the 1s. Wow. And the 2s, you're special too. I want you to know, oh my God, look at all the 1s. Oh, whew. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's made me very teary. It's made me very teary. Oh, okay. Let's do some questions so that I really, really hope that some of these questions help you a lot. I think what some of these people have experienced, we've all experienced at various times. So Marie from Canada says, how did you find happiness with so much turmoil in your life? I've been a firm believer in the power of the secret for years, but I can't seem to attract long-term happiness or joy. Can you give some advice in that particular area, long-term and lasting results? I can say this at least. There's only one way you can have lasting happiness, where you know that everything is just fine no matter what happens. And that is when you know the truth about yourself and you know the truth about the world. When you have fully realized this truth and embodied it, you are finally free. You're free of all of the suffering. And it's not just knowing the truth on an intellectual level, mind you, that is fascinating. But it's realizing the truth within yourself. So the greatest secret is the journey that takes you there. In the meantime, I want to say, your happiness depends on your thoughts. So if you're really ready for that step, for lasting happiness, then the greatest secret is it. But in the meantime, if you're finding that negative thoughts are really kind of getting at you, then it's time to be putting in all of the positive thoughts. Be aware. Try and be as aware as you can. Am I aware? Am I aware? Ask yourself that several times a day. Being aware is being present so that you notice any unwanted thoughts trying to get your attention. Okay, Kim from United Kingdom. Is it too late for me to start applying the law of attraction now? I'm an older woman of 57, as I've always had parents that have a negative mindset and feel like this has affected me all through my life, from relationships to living the life I wanted, being brought up on their beliefs. So I can absolutely tell you, Kim, you're a baby from the universe's perspective. You go for it. You can change everything, absolutely everything. You can change everything at 80. You can change everything at 90. While there's a breath in your body, you can change everything. So just know that you really are a babe to from the universe's perspective. You are just a young chicken. So you change your life the way that you want to. Diana from Australia. My question is about happiness and the subconscious mind. If I'm consciously choosing to practice the teachings of the secret, such as holding an intention to be happy, thinking thoughts of happiness and feeling gratitude as much as possible. But what about the good old subconscious mind that is still likely to be full of fear, doubt, and old trauma? It's been often said the subconscious mind controls more than 80% of our thoughts. So that's true. It does. For many, a lot of the thoughts are coming from the subconscious mind. That is why it's so important to have conscious thoughts. The subconscious mind has just got all the thoughts we put in there. That's all. It's not, it's not some random thing that had nothing to do with us at all. It can be. You can change what's in the subconscious mind by filling yourself up with positive thoughts. It's really just a program, the subconscious mind. And so it's programmed with various fears and doubts and traumas, but you can override those. You can be saying that you're safe at all times. You can, you can be coming up with words that counteract any idea of fear, because there is absolutely nothing for anybody to fear at all. Like life is really extraordinary. I wish I could say more about that, but I realise if I start talking about that, then we're going to end up way down a rabbit hole. So just fill yourself up with positive thoughts. Isabella from France, how can I find stability and happiness even if I lost my job? And this is a really important one, because we tend to put off our happiness by saying, I'll be happy when. I'll be happy when I get another job, or I'll be happy when I meet somebody, when I meet my perfect partner, or I'll be happy when we get a house, or I'll be happy when I'm pregnant, I'll be happy when we have more money, I'll be happy when I don't pay huge amounts of money for school fees anymore, or, all of those kinds of things. We put off our happiness. I'll be happy when I've lost weight, or I'll be happy. Don't. Be happy now, because your dream job is on the happiness frequency, okay? That's all you have to do, is get to there, and then you watch what happens, right? Just get to there. Make that your number one priority, is just to feel a little bit better, feel a little bit better, feel a little bit better. And by the way to happiness is, right, just feel a little bit better, just feel a little bit better with each thought. So, yes, I hope that helps, Isabella. Cully from Canada, how to continue being happy after failing at something. Cully, I'm going to say to you, we all fail over and over and over again. I mean, we just do. And hopefully we learn from our failures. I certainly have learnt I've failed so many times, but you just get yourself up and off you go again, right? And Neil Donald Walsh in The Secret said there's no blackboard in the sky, and I'm going to use his beautiful analogy. There's no blackboard in the sky that's going, Cully failed, let's put a mark on the board. No, there's no such thing. You're absolutely adored and loved no matter how many times you fail. No matter how many times. And I would even say to you, it's impossible to fail, right? So, okay, Jay Drake from Ohio. How do I focus on happiness when there is so much death happening in my family? Like every month someone has died. So, you ready for this? No one has ever died in the history of humanity. Bodies have ended, but no one has died. We most certainly do miss and grieve the form of the person when it goes. But that person's presence, their consciousness, their aliveness is as alive as ever. In fact, it's more alive than ever. So I hope that just soothes you a little. You know, in some traditions, it's really interesting, in some tribal traditions, they will celebrate death and they will grieve birth. You know, they will do it the other way around. Because where we are here on earth, I think you'd all agree, you know, this is the tough stuff, right? Like, we're warriors. We really are. We're warriors. Okay, Tamara from Washington. How do you stay happy with the law of attraction during your spouse's stage 4 cancer diagnosis? So much negative and scarcity has taken over. I'm scared. I just think for anybody out there who's had someone they love who's ill, or they've lost someone, or even lost a pet, you know, this hopefully will help you. Tamara, it's not happiness that you really want in this situation. It's a feeling of peace. And I can tell you the feeling of peace is like laced with happiness, but it's just beautiful, you know. It just stays there. There's no turmoil or fear or horrifying thoughts plaguing you with what might be. So try and stay present as much as possible. When you're present, the thoughts can't come. Those horrifying thoughts stop. And also cherish every second with your spouse, no matter what the outcome. I would absolutely begin every day with gratitude and write all the things I'm grateful for. If you feel inclined, I only know this from other people who in a similar situation to you, that the Power helped them enormously. So you could listen to the Power or read the Power, or you could listen to the Greatest Secret or read the Greatest Secret. Both of those, either one, will soothe and help you, I promise. Someone too on Instagram asked if I do retreats. And I don't do retreats. My retreats are with you guys. Yeah. But my teacher, Laura Lucille, does retreats. And I've never mentioned her name before, so this is the first time that I'm mentioning her name. She's featured in The Greatest Secret as my teacher. She's been my teacher since 2016. Prior to that, I didn't have a teacher. I followed on a one-on-one. I followed lots of teachers, but then in 2016, I had a huge kind of a second awakening after The Secret, and she and Laura became my teacher. And so she does do retreats. She does them online. She does them in person. She's in California, but you can also, you know, do them online. You'll find her by Googling her. I think we're going to put her website down below in the YouTube comments if you want that. She's lauralucille.org. When I do a talk on The Greatest Secret, I'll tell you more about my journey with her, because sometimes people say, do you need a teacher? And I didn't feel that I needed a teacher. I just followed teachers. All of the teachers that I followed are in The Greatest Secret, every single one of them. But then when I met Laura, what she did was she accelerated everything. She accelerated the mind being the negative mind. She really accelerated that going into the background, so that I just use the mind for what we intend to use the mind, what we're supposed to use the mind for, right? For manifesting. So she really helped me in that way. So in answer to that person, no, I don't do retreats, but Laura Lucille does. Medapa, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, from Germany. How can I be happy and full of joy when I'm full of fear? Okay, you are already full of joy. It's only the fear that appears to be covering over your joy. So a good idea, because you're feeling fearful, is to affirm to yourself that you are always safe and secure, and that you are loved. okay? And just because that will help counteract the fear. The fear is like a paper tiger. You know, it's so like we can be so paralyzed by fear, but it's just a feeling. I mean, it really is a paper tiger. It's not a pleasant feeling, but it's a paper tiger. It's so just know that you are safe and secure. You are, and just keep saying that to yourself, and that will help you incredibly. C from Africa. How do you move through grief where the only happy thoughts you can feel better with involve a lost person, and thinking about that only creates unhappiness, where the present moment never involves them here and they were your happiness, where it seems impossible to be happy in the present, and a sense of guilt comes from trying to be happy because it's as if that means you're letting go. Okay, so for everybody, again, who's ever lost anybody, whether lost them in an intimate relationship or separated, or lost somebody where they had passed, you can't let go, because that suggests that person is separate from you, and they're not. We are one. You are one with the one you can't see anymore. They are formless, invisible, but they are so totally and completely alive. When you are aware, they are aware with you. They are the same awareness as you. There's only one awareness, being aware. So stay aware as much as you can, and you'll find that your heart begins to ease. The one that you can't see anymore wants you to be happy. It's impossible for them to want anything else but your happiness. So ease your heart, be kind to yourself, and do things that make you feel better and make you feel happy. And the idea of any guilt is just crazy. Just get rid of that thought straight away. Christine from Scotland, can you manifest happiness for other people? No, you can't. Why? Because they've already got it, right? They've already got happiness already. So you can't manifest it for them. You can maybe give them some tips after this live, right? And tell them that they're full to the brim of happiness. It's amazing, isn't it? Full to the brim of happiness. And then just this little sneaky idea of a thought will slide over. Ray from Ojai. Oh, Ray from Ojai. Whoa. How can I... Ojai's in California, I think. How can I have more happiness in my relationship? Easy answer. Appreciate and love absolutely everything you can about that relationship, and you will see that relationship change into pure happiness. It does help to write it down. It just seems to be more, just helps to accelerate it more. So love everything, appreciate everything you can about the relationship. And if anybody has a relationship that's not going so well, it is the answer, right? Just do lists until you see it change. Arcana from USA. My mom passed away in May 2024. I have her thoughts every day and feel sadness because I miss her. I bet you do. How do I remain happy when I am actually grieving? So, the consciousness of your mum, what was her name? I want to say Arcana. Arcana, the consciousness of your mum is the same consciousness as you. The awareness of your mum is the same awareness as you. And her awareness is completely and eternally alive. Ask yourself, am I aware? And immediately you will become aware. Every time you ask, am I aware? The mind just stops for a second, right? And then the more you do it, the longer it will stop. and then it might come back in with another thought. But keep asking, am I aware? And after a short time, you will begin to feel a peace and joy bubbling inside you. The very same peace and joy as the awareness of your mum and what she is feeling. So I hope that really helps you. I lost my dad. That was the year that I discovered the secret, and I grieved terribly. And then my mother, who was really my best friend for all of my life, she passed. The difference between the two was enormous because I had discovered the secret in the interim, and I knew that we didn't die. I shared everything with my mum, and with her death, I didn't grieve the way that I grieved with my father. So, and I adored and loved her, but that is not any indication of how much you love the person. Okay, it's not. It's love is just something that you can't. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying now. Love is not anything that can be squashed. You know, it can't be squashed. So I really, really, really hope that this has helped you. So Jane from United Kingdom, how come we can manifest negative thoughts much, much quicker than positive thoughts? How to make positive thoughts and feelings quickly so we can get desired things faster. So one of the things about negative thoughts is we tend to react with more emotion when we have negative thoughts, right? We're like, ah, and have a whole lot of reaction behind it. And that's a really good idea, is something to watch, is your reactions to something negative. Thinking negatively is just a habit, and thinking positively is a habit. So the more positive thoughts you have, the more happy thoughts you have, the happier you feel, and the faster things manifest without you even having to ask. And I think I'm going to do one more. How are you all feeling? Can you remember? How are you all feeling? I hope you're feeling really great. I really do. So just remember, I'm happy, 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 and just feel like the happiness, just feel those words, happy, 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 in your heart, and that way you will really, really help. And if you're feeling really low, just one thought at a time, right? Just one thought to feel a little bit better, one thought to feel a little bit better. And if you have an off day, so what? So what? If you have an off morning, so what? Who cares? Because if you really care about having an off day, that just attracts more, right? So you just want to be, so what? Don't care. Okay. Julia from England. How do I cope when I'm with miserable people who are constantly negative and think my ideas about the law of attraction and manifestation are ridiculous? I can feel my mood change when I'm around them, and I end up feeling very down. It's a family member and we work together. Their negativity is affecting our business. I can't seem to win. Their negativity beats my positivity, even though they've seen me get quite a bit of unexpected money lately. So, Julia, you just need to get yourself onto a higher frequency so they can't pull you down. Law of attraction can't put you together unless the other person is within the vicinity or the range of your frequency. So if you can get yourself onto a higher frequency, then you're going to find that everything will change. So if they're negative, law of attraction won't let them come anywhere near you, right? You'll just kind of miss each other. So there are two ways that you can do this. One is to make lists of all the things you are grateful for about the other person. Now, if you can't do that, if that just brings up negative feelings and you can't do that, then just do gratitude every single morning, making lists, and keep doing the gratitude until you feel so much better. You will know when it's working because you'll see the evidence in the relationship. You can totally do this. If you are on a higher frequency, then law of attraction just can't put you together. So make it your one and only job to feel good, and everything will be fine. Okay, everybody, I hope, did some of these things help you? I certainly hope they did. I'm so grateful that you've tuned in. I'm so grateful to have you here. You mean so much to me. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook Live, which is absolutely amazing. If you are watching on YouTube, I would love it if you would subscribe. I would absolutely love it because I have an intention. I have an intention about how many people I want. So I'd love it if you would subscribe. And then in the meantime, may the joy be with every single one of you. Sending you so much love. Bye.